Hi guys, I know you guys are struggling so hard to find the best hair product for your hair, especially hair oils, or maybe you have lost some amount of hair and you really want to grow it back. Come with me as I show you the best hair oil for your hair that you'll never regret buying. This is the hair product I am talking about. It's by the company Healthy Flourish. As you can see, it consists of black castor oil and rosemary oil, the best two combinations you can find. It is combined in the right proportions to make your hair grow in the best way possible. Any age can have this hair oil and any gender can also have this hair oil. This hair oil has 4 benefits that are proven. The first benefit is it nourishes your hair shaft. The second benefit about this hair oil is it treats hair loss. Open this lid. As you can see, it's very easy to open, so you just put like this, do that, and the oil comes out very easily and it goes to your root. When it goes to your root, it really helps your hair to grow. So baby girl, you have to buy this. The third benefit is it promotes hair growth. The final and the fourth benefit, which is not the end, but these are the main 4 benefits of this hair oil. And the fourth benefit is it strengthens your hair. You won't regret buying it. It comes at an affordable price. And guys, when you buy this hair oil, it comes with a bag. As you can see, it comes with a bag. It actually matches the hair oil, color black. Isn't that pretty? And this bag does not only come by itself, it also comes with a card. And this card, as you can see, it is written beyond grateful, and at the back it has socials. And last but not least, this hair oil is 100% organic. I am telling you guys, this hair oil is 100% organic and it has been tested by many people. So you guys have to buy this and do not be left behind. Come on, let's grow our hair in 2024. If you want to buy this product and if you're interested, just contact this number over here, or you can also go to our Instagram page here at healthy__flourish. It is written over here, and yes, you can get your products as many as you want, and for every product you buy, of course, you get a bag for free. Thank you for listening, and let's buy this.
Hello, Fancy Talk Show community. This is your girl, Fancy Wainaina, and today we are delighted to bring you another guest who will be teaching us a lot, and I'm also actually under his mentorship. And so today the secret is out. You need to know the forces behind me. Okay, so I'll give him a minute to say hi and introduce himself. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. Very happy to be here today, Fancy.
Karibu.
And greetings to the viewers. My name is Paul Ngunyi. I am a coach. Some people just call me Coach.
Coach Paul.
Coach Paul. And I'm happy to be here today.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the good job you're doing to educate us. And I'm happy to be part of this show today.
Yeah.
To contribute to the education to our community.
I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you very much.
We mentioned this in our journey of mentorship. Mm-hmm. And finally it is here. I didn't know how to do it, but when I look back, I'm like, it was worth it.
Right.
So guys, today we are going to handle a very crucial topic, locating our true north. Because in life, if you miss directions, you'll not live a purposeful life. You'll not live a fulfilling life. And Paul is here to enlighten us on how to go about it. He's an expert in this. And, being a beneficiary of his wisdom, I know he will guide us the way it is supposed to be. And so maybe we can start by introducing what is locating true north.
All right. So, first of all, the fact that there is true north means that there is force north.
Force north.
And locating true north simply entails getting to know oneself accurately. And you'll be surprised to know that very few people know themselves.
Okay.
And because very few people know themselves, very few people are happily living their lives. Because you cannot be truly happy if you are not living your life as yourself. So we call it the pointer to our purpose. When you locate your true north, then you get to know what your purpose in life is. Because it's one thing to live, it is another thing to live purposefully. If you live purposefully, then you'll be truly happy person and you will achieve a lot. So many people, if you look around, live life that is not their lives. And they live according to what other people have said. Their parents, their teachers, their friends, their communities. They live for other people's expectations. But the person that truly lives is one that lives for the purpose for which they were built. So locating true north entails just getting to be truthfully you and living you, not other people. I hear people say doing you, being you, not any other person or not any other opinions.
Okay. And so now our viewer may be interested to know, how can one locate their true north? And how can you actually also know you're not living a false north?
Good question. How would you know if you're living true, purposeful living, if you are actually pointed towards your true north or not? The very basic pointer to living, that you're not living your life purposefully, is the fact that you will not be happy. Have you ever seen someone, they look like they have all put together. They look like they are successful. They look like they are having everything as everyone would want them to be, or themselves to be where the other person is. But they are not. And the reason they are not happy is because they are not living their true lives, their true north, their purpose for life. So the first indicator as to whether you are living according to your true north is happiness. How happy are you? And when I talk of happiness, many people wonder, what is happiness? Happiness is it's not just being out and laughing and just looking happy. It is actually being fulfilled and the conviction that you're living meaningful life. So it is possible to do lots of things, succeed in lots of things, but your life is void. You feel empty. So that is an indicator that you are not in your domain. It is an indicator that you are not where you are supposed to be in life. But when you're living true north, it does not matter what you're doing. You could be a farmer, you could be a shoemaker, you could be doing something that's not considered as a success by other people, but it makes you so happy. It makes you so fulfilled. It makes your life so meaningful. So when you feel relaxed and you feel you're on the right track, then it means that you have located your true north. So it is important, therefore, that we learn how to locate our true north. And very quickly, I would advise that anyone that wants to locate their true north must ask themselves 6 very important questions. The question number 1 is, who am I? The reason it is important to ask that question is because so many times we live not as we are, but as other people describe us. And therefore you note that so many people have lost their self-identity, because the answer to the question, who are you, points to the identity, your own identity, which is unique. And you know your identity when you're able to differentiate yourself from other people. You can differentiate yourself from your brothers, from your sisters, from colleagues, from friends, because the biggest tragedy is when people neglect who they are and they want to be who other people want them to be. That is a tragedy, because you will never be truly happy. You can seem to be doing okay, but you will not be okay
Inside
if
you are empty.
inside you are empty, because the true identity has not been brought out. And it is important for people to appreciate that we are all different. Even if you are twin brothers or sisters, actually identical, you'll still be very different. And the issue of comparing yourself with others should forthwith stop, because that is what demeans you. That is what whittles you away from relevance on earth. You will not be relevant if you are doing what other people should be doing, and you have neglected your purpose on earth. In fact, I say, when you are not living the true you, you rob the world of you, because there are so many great things that you have, and for as long as you're not living your life, we are missing that. The world is missing that. There are so many people who are waiting to benefit from your services, your skills, your natural talents, your natural giftings, because for everyone, God has given something unique and special. So for as long as you're not following that, we are not benefiting. You are not therefore in line with your Creator's purpose. So asking yourself who you are is really important, and it is also not easy. I'm a coach, and when I'm coaching people, the first question I ask is that, who are you? Very few people are able to answer that question, because it's not easy.
We start defining our titles.
Exactly. So I ask who you are, you tell me,
I'm a mother.
I'm a mother.
I'm a wife. Practitioner. I'm a wife.
I am a CEO. I am a marketer. Those are associations. That is not who you are.
Yeah.
So you really need to know who you are by looking at your natural giftings. And I'll give you an example. For instance, if you tell people to come and do what you're doing, so many people will actually not do that. If you tell people to come and do what I'm doing, so many people will not be able to do that.
Yeah.
Why? Because we are gifted differently. There are people even talking in front of 3 people or 5 people in a meeting. It's difficult. Now, those people, it doesn't mean that those people cannot do something else very well. There are very many other things they can do. So the question is, what is that they can do? Some people are very good at back end. Other people are very good at front end. Other people are very good listeners. Others very good speakers. Others very good, organizers, planners, and so on. So the question is, what exactly do you think you are so empowered with? Even before you went to school, you go to school, you already know, I feel this is what I need to do. That's why you hear people say, I went to school, I gained a degree in, say, law or medicine or engineering, but that's it. That's the end of it.
Different.
My passion is different, and they go do completely different things. Why? Because they have the courage to be the true selves. Because until you are true selves, you'll not be truly happy. So asking who you are is very important. And the second question is even more important. What am I here on earth to do? That points to your purpose. And the reason it points to your purpose is because if you do not do it, then you will always feel that you are deviating. By the way, when people are deviating, it's not that they don't know. They already know.
They feel it.
Yes. Pastors tell us it's called the still small voice that keep telling you, no, this is not the right thing you're doing.
Yeah.
Maybe you are a great entrepreneur, you should be doing some business, but it's the in thing maybe to be employed, to be a big person somewhere. So if you're meant to be an entrepreneur, you'll always feel the nudge and the push to go to business. Why? Because if you don't do that, there are very many other people who cannot start business. By the way, even when we are always told by our governments and our leaders to always have the young people from the university go and create jobs. It's not that easy. It is actually very difficult to start and run a business. Very difficult. So why our leaders would think everybody should do that, it's a misnomer, right? So it is important that people focus on who they are and actually just do that. So some people are good administrators, others are good leaders, others are good executors and assistants and so on. So everyone just need to fit within their space. And after you ask those two questions, then the other questions become easy to answer, because you have asked who you are, giving your identity, why you are on earth, giving your purpose. Then you ask, why are you doing it? Because that gives you the motivation. You know, when you're doing that which boils from within, you don't even need to be pushed to wake up.
Yeah.
Like
You're
I can
always
tell you
looking
today,
forward.
you love doing this, so you must have woken up early.
Very early.
And it's not easy to do those things, because
Yeah,
there are many
sure.
other things you needed to do, but you had to maybe clear them early and ensure to be here and to have this discussion. So it's not easy. So, but the motivation, because it is boiling from inside, keeps you moving. So that is why we have people that are so troubled because they are where they are not supposed to be. And the moment they hit a small snag, they give up. They become depressed
Because there's no drive.
because there's no drive. So the drive is important. Why are you doing it? And then the others come now to help fulfill that purpose. That is how are you going to do it? Because if you are a business person, you're not going to do all businesses in the world. There are few things that you need to do, because you can't do everything. So every field has, every purpose has an aligned field. So if you're a business person, what are you going to do? If you want to be in employment, what kind of employment? If you want to be a professional, what kind of professional? Which area? Which locations? So that is the strategy. You need to do it strategically. Because even when you're so gifted and you're talented, you still need to do it in a sharpened way. You need to do it in a directed way. We call it strategy. So ask yourself, how will I do it? So be strategic. And then when will you do it? Because if you keep saying, I one day will do this, then I can tell you that it will never happen.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing like one day. One day never exists.
You have to attach a timeline.
Attach a timeline. Give it a date. Say by December 2024, I want to do this. By this date, I want to do this. But you cannot say one day. So give yourself timelines. The people that are high achievers, because I'm a high performance coach or productivity coach, I see so many times that people that achieve well are people that give themselves deadlines, timelines, and they push themselves. So first of all, they understand what they need to do. They set goals, they set objectives, they are very clear about them, and then execution comes in with proper timelines and with excellent execution. That is what differentiates performance and non-performance. And then the rest of the stuff is, where will they do it? Will they do it in Nairobi, in Africa, outside of Africa, in Thika, in Nairobi, so you got to know, because you can't be everywhere. Only God can be everywhere at the same time. So you got to know your limits. And the purpose of life is to narrow down to competencies and the areas of impact. So the more you find yourself everywhere, and I say that because I hear many people say, I want to do so many things so that I can create lots of wealth and impact so many people and so on.
Accumulate wealth.
Yes, right. Accumulation of wealth is good if you're doing it the right way, because wealth, we can't do without it. We need wealth, we need money, and we need a lot of it. The more you can make it, the better. But it need to be aligned to who you are, and it need to be rightly motivated. And more importantly, it need to be done in a controlled environment. By controlled environment, I mean you cannot be owning an M-Pesa shop, then a hardware, then a salon, then kinyozi, then you can do many businesses, yes, but not all at the same time. So if someone is, for instance, starting to be an entrepreneur, they need to find one area that they are very good in and focus on that and develop it and grow it. All right? But if they start diverting energies, then they will lose it very quickly. They will lose it. So it's advised that one needs to define their niche. That is why you need to ask, where will I be of impact? All right. And then the other things come into, who will you work with, and so on and so forth. So when you answer those questions, they help you narrow down to who you are, and you become very effective, because at the start, it is clear that this is the direction that you're taking. At the start, it is clear that this is the end goal. Yeah. And the more you move, so you take the first step, second step. By the time you are clocking 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, people are wondering, how did you even start this? How did you even do this? They think it was so easy for you, but the amount of planning, the amount of thoughts, the amount of work that you have put in it is a lot. But you have succeeded because you are very focused, having aligned yourself with what you need to do on earth.
Well, I remember when I told you I want to start a fancy talk show. If there's something we thought about, is the niche. You kept on asking me, what do you want to do? And then when I tell you, you're like, I've not had the niche there. And I'm like, what is it you want to hear?
Right.
So I never knew how that was important.
Yeah.
And I also know how hard it is to be clear. When you want to do many things, as you're saying, it is very hard to be clear exactly, this is what I want.
Yep.
Because this is coming in, it looks like a good idea. When you're a startup, this looks like a good idea. This looks like it's going to sell quickly.
Absolutely.
But I remember we fought for
Yes.
that niche.
Yep. Because for you to succeed, and remember, we always say, and I've told you this many times, you are the CEO of your life and whatever it is that you want to do. Sure. And the other day I was breaking down the CEO components to some people I was talking to. And I was telling them 3 things that a CEO must do, abbreviated by the CEO. One is clarity. That clarity is very, very important. But as you say, it is not easy to gain clarity. Sometimes you just need to start, then gain clarity as you go. Because if you again wait for clarity to come and start only when clarity is there, you may not start. So some things you do on the ramp as you run. So clarity is very important because it helps you narrow to your space of impact. Okay. Have you ever even in your neighborhood where you live, have you ever had someone like called things like Kamawanyama?
Yeah.
Or Wabuiwa. You know?
Yeah.
Why is it? So it is now known that if you want good Mtuba clothes, the person that supplies is this person.
Yeah.
Why is it so? Because that person has decided to fully focus on that. They don't want to. In fact, there are people who only sell trousers only, jeans only, or tops only. Only. Why? Because that is, the more you focus on an area, the more you know it very well, the more you understand the dynamics in that business, the more you know who you need to talk to, the pros and cons of being in that business. Okay. So, but if a person wants to serve everybody, then it becomes difficult to serve because you will not understand everybody's needs.
The dynamics of everything.
And people fear, there's something we call fear of missing out. It's quite destructive. When you feel that you must do everything, it's usually brought by the fear of missing out. What if I don't do this and it be the one? Only forgetting that what brings success is focus and doing it again, doing it. Look at people who have been in one area for a long time. It may have looked not very convincing at the beginning, but the more they put work in it, the more it becomes better. So you're right, niche is very important. By clarity, then execution of towards that clarity. That's the other. That's a E for CEO, and order for O. Order, because you can't just do things anyhow and expect to succeed. And all this is not possible without without definition of you and your purpose on earth. Feel inside. Have you ever heard people say their gut feelings is telling them otherwise? Gut feeling is that still small voice. It is that you, original you. It's like you. Everybody has that pointer, pin that is pointing to your true north. So that you go do this, you still feel no. You go this other, and you feel no. Even when it is looking great, but when you hate your direction, then you gain a lot of peace. Because what is the point of living in this world without quality time, or rather quality life that is determined by how peaceful you are, how restful you are, how fulfilled you are, how meaningful your life is. There's no point. So let everybody, a purpose to get the right direction. If it's business, the right business. If it's employment, the right employment. If it is farming, you also can't farm everything. Farm a particular thing. So it's important, therefore, and the world actually aligns itself around that. That's why the world does not encourage you to be a generalist. The world encourages you to be an expert. You don't become an expert without focus, very, very focused on a particular area. Look at education. When you're in primary school, what do you learn? You learned everything in primary school: English, Swahili, maths, science, kila kitu. But when you went to high school, you were allowed to drop some subjects to focus on your area of strength. When you went to the university, you even narrowed further, right? Because you stop so many other things, you focus on one. When you go to do a master's, you even narrow further. When you go to become a PhD and a professor, it is because you have become very narrow, but very deep in what you are doing. That is what makes great people. That's what makes successful people. That's what makes happy people. That's what makes fulfilled people, because of clarity on who you are, by locating your true north, by listening to your inner self, and actually asking, now that this is me, where do I fit best in the world?
Okay. So I'm thinking about the false north, because true north comes with a lot of work.
Yes.
It's not just something you just wake up and you're like, I found my true north. You have to be very intentional.
Yes.
And so our generation, we don't want the hard work. We want easy life, easy things, everything easy. So in your coaching life, have you encountered most of us, especially our generation,
Yes.
who want just to stay behind,
Yes.
in the false north, and we get comfort there because we don't want the work that comes with identifying our true north, or rather locating our true north.
Right. Yes, that's true. And it's not only Gen Z or Y, or it's actually, it spans across generations. Because in nature, there are people who are not patient, who want things now, who want things without putting the work and the effort. So, and by the way, I have also seen very many people in Generation Z or millennials who are also very focused and ready to put the work. The emphasis is that anyone that want to progress in life must be ready to put in the work. There's nothing like instant success. There's nothing like overnight success. Always give examples of athletes. Like we always very proud when our marathoners go and get gold and silver and all that. And what we do not know is the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes. We think, oh my goodness, they have just run in just under 1 hour or in just 2 hours and they have won millions. They have won a medal. It's not 2 hours. It's not 1 hour. For Bolt and others, it's not 10 minutes or 1 minute. It is a lot of work that has happened over the time. So people need to appreciate, one, that locating your true north is, or living your purposeful life is not easy. But it is harder not living your purposeful life because you will always be antagonized throughout life. If you sit in a space that's not yours, you will always have trouble, either inside or with other people, because it's even difficult to be excellent in an area that is not yours. But in an area that is aligned to your natural giftings, it becomes very easy to achieve. I'm sure you may have been asked, for instance, by people, why do you do it so easily? It looks so easy. I mean, you just sit and talk and do those things. They do not know.
Tough.
They do not know.
The work that you put
The work that you have, the planning, the conceptualization, the execution, the disappointments that you go through.
We have videos we have discarded because we feel they are not of quality.
There you go. Yeah, they are exactly. People wouldn't know that. They'll only see what you have put up.
Yeah.
Now, anyone therefore thinking that life is easy by picking the easy things is lost. Someone said, he's called Dan Locke. He said, great people do difficult things. That is why they are great and successful. But mediocre people do easy things. That is why life is difficult for them. The more you want to do easy things, the more life becomes difficult. Because you are not going to achieve much by running away from things that look tough. It is by doing things that are uncomfortable that you become comfortable in life. Look at people that seem to have, succeeded in life, in business, in their careers, and so on. Then look at their history. Look at the time. They have had to do lots of difficult things, difficult decisions, difficult executions, very difficult things. Why? Because great things, tasty things, things that are everyone will desire and admire, comes difficult. It does not come easy. And look at people who have taken the shorter routes and see how short-lived the so-called success is.
It's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. You cannot sustain, because success by itself requires a lot of resilience. All right? It requires a lot of resilience. Oops. It's very hot in your studio.
Sorry.
So allow me to.
Fun. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No. I think it's not because it's not fun. It's because well, I come from a very cold place.
Canary, to be precise.
So where are we? So we were saying, if anyone wants to succeed in life and they want to have it easy, they are lying to themselves.
Yeah.
So people that give up easily will find it difficult to achieve and reach what they want.
Yeah.
And those who try shortcuts, they find it very, or rather, it's fleeting. It easily goes.
Yeah.
And I would encourage, therefore, everyone to cultivate resilience, the power to stay put even when things are very tough. All right? the power to stay on even when circumstances are very tough, because that is what now builds the muscle to live all lifelong. So even at school, like, how do you get good grades at school? You have to read. Reading is not easy. Sitting and focusing on a subject for 30 minutes is not easy.
It's not.
Many people would rather just sleep, because it's very easy to sleep, to relax. But it is those who put measures in place to ensure that they focus and they achieve, that get their good grades, that get their good results. And that is the same everywhere. It applies in business, it applies in profession. Those people that get promoted, they just don't get promoted. And those who get promoted for doing things the wrong way, soon actually find themselves going down. Yeah. Because if you're given a role that does not match your effort, your intuition, what happens thereafter? You will not perform. If you don't perform, then what happens? You keep fighting with everybody, with your bosses, with meeting your KPIs and so on and so forth. Why? Because it was the wrong route. But if you get promoted for the right reasons, you perform well, you do well, and therefore let nobody expect life is just blink. You just get everything at a snap of your finger. Put the work, and the results will be inevitable.
Wow. I have nothing more to add. We've come to a close of part one of this. And I'm sure there's so much to learn from this, from our personal life to our, our leadership. I know you're so passionate about leadership. And so I know our viewers too have picked nuggets from this. So keep tuned for our second part. Thank you.